hop on the back of his bike and he's gonna show me Ho Chi Minh City. He built this bunker in the bottom of his family home.
I think it's safe to say we did not exactly avoid traffic.
I'm working on my foreign voice.
Hello from Ho Chi Minh City, formerly known as Saigon, of course. I am here in this big, bustling city. I seem to have found a slightly quieter, or relatively quieter spot in this park here. But I am headed off on a very exciting, very full day of exploring. I am headed to the iconic Thanh Market to start my day. Oh, and if you're new here, hi, my name is Claire Hawkins. I'm a traveling musician and I'm currently backpacking Southeast Asia.
Ivy and vine, poison and wine. It's just a matter of how you choose to waste your time.
That was the easiest street crossing I've had in Vietnam so far. I don't think the rest of them will be like that. This is Thanh Market, an iconic, very famous market here in Ho Chi Minh City. There has been a market here since as early as the 17th century. However, it has been rebuilt and reconstructed many times. This building that stands here now was built in 1912. This market is a great place to come for souvenirs and food, and really just a taste of life in Ho Chi Minh City. I may have to make a correction. The website for the market said that this building was built in 1912, but this sign says 1914. So if you know, let me know. Walking around the market, it smells of coffee and durian, and mostly good smells, depending on how you feel about durian. I'd say it's largely souvenirs that they have for sale here, but there are definitely food stalls and lots of coffee and tea, and definitely a lot to explore, but again, lots of, Saigon souvenirs. So there is a bit of, I don't want to call it heckling, but people trying to get your attention for sure. No, thank you. It's not too much. I had been warned actually that it's intense, and I don't think it's that bad. Everyone's very nice. I gotta eat some lunch, so I gotta get some banh mi. There's a place that has really good reviews, and it's known for having crispy pork banh mi, which is a little bit different, and it sounds incredible. So let's go try.
Cranberry juice, old paper news. If it's all the same, then tell me what is the use?
So if you're not already familiar, banh mi is a very famous Vietnamese sandwich. And the interesting thing about it is that the word banh mi actually just translates to bread. So what that means is that there are a lot of different versions of banh mi, but they're all banh mi. Typically, it's pork pate, a bunch of different vegetables, cilantro's on there, some sauces. Like I said, there's a lot of different ways you can do it, but that's kind of typical. The version I have just gone for has crispy pork on it, which I think sounds incredible. And it cost me just about $1 US. Now that I am full of banh mi, it is time for the big excitement of the day. You know that when I see a new city, I love to do a free walking tour. It's a great way to get an introduction from a local. However, we're kicking it up a notch. Instead of a walking tour, I'm going to be doing a motorbike tour of Ho Chi Minh City. My driver Daniel has just arrived. I'm gonna hop on the back of his bike and he's gonna show me Ho Chi Minh City. Our first stop of the day is here at the post office Bưu Di. I'm working on my Vietnamese today. You'll recognize lots of Western looking architecture here. This was built during the French colonial period. You can see up there that it was built from 1886 till 1891. And there are names of different scientists across the front of the building, as well as Greek gods and lotus flowers to represent Buddhism. So you have this mixing of East and West throughout the architecture that's really fascinating. The architecture here is just really, really interesting. And of course, it is still an active post office. So a very popular thing for tourists to do is to come here, buy a postcard, and send it back home. This building over my shoulder here is a very historic one. At the end of the Vietnam War in 1975, it was on the top of that very building that Americans and several allied South Vietnamese people escaped from South Vietnam via helicopter. Just across from the post office is the beautiful Notre Dame Cathedral, which is unfortunately under construction. But if you just turn around the corner, you have another very exciting sight to see, which is Book Street. If you know me, you know I had to visit Book Street. It's so cute. There's a coffee shop, there are English bookstores, lots to explore, and lots of postcards for sale. So you can buy one here and then send it from the post office. My guide told me that the cathedral has actually been under renovation since 2017, and it is projected to be under renovation until 2027. So I don't think you're going to be seeing the facade anytime soon, but hopefully maybe in the 2030s. We're just making a quick stop here at the outside of the Reunification Palace, formerly known as the Independence Palace during the Vietnam War. This building was actually bombed in 1962, so it is a rebuilt version of it. And you can actually see, if you look closely at the architecture, that the principles of feng shui were very much involved in the design of this building because it was built by a local Vietnamese architect. Just stopped for a little coffee break. It's sort of drizzling outside, so it's good to be indoors. And I have ordered a Vietnamese coffee, so that is iced drip coffee with condensed milk. One of my favorite parts of the entire day was actually our stop at the coffee shop. Daniel and I just got to talk for a really long time, and we covered everything from Vietnamese history and politics to language learning to AI. It was really, really cool. And the opportunity to just hang out with a local, with another young person, is something that you don't get all the time when you're traveling. And I feel really, really grateful. We are here at an incredible stop. This building was originally a house owned by a man who was essentially a spy. He worked as a spy to help Northern Vietnam with their planned 1968 attack on the Independence Palace here in Ho Chi Minh City, of course at the time still referred to as Saigon. He built this bunker in the bottom of his family home so that he could hide weapons here to be used by these attackers when they attacked the Independence Palace. The museum is fascinating. The house is preserved as it was at the time, so you really get to go from what looks like just a normal house to crawling through the floorboards and up to the attic, and you can see where the weapons were held.
Ivy and vine, paper cut lines. This kind of sight, it robs ordinary people blind. Birdies and bees, clean bruise-free knees. They've never had to bow down to gravity.
It's getting close to rush hour, so we are headed to Chinatown next so that we don't hit some crazy, crazy traffic. But that may happen anyway, we'll see.
Bed uptown trains, boring holes in their brains, waiting for a gaze to make a change. Holes in the wall, can't really see it all. It's more than a walk down a hollowed hall.
I think it's safe to say we did not exactly avoid traffic. But it wouldn't be Ho Chi Minh City without this experience.
All right, we've arrived in Chinatown and we are crossing the street. Success. This beautiful temple behind me was built by Cantonese people here in Ho Chi Minh City in 1780. It is a temple dedicated to the goddess of the sea. The traffic here is so close together. that we keep stopping next to this mom and two young boys on a bike next to us. And we're having this whole exchange. They don't speak much English. My Vietnamese is non-existent. But at every stoplight, we just keep saying, hello, how are you? We're now just driving up to the flower market. I learned that the flower market is actually open 24/7 because they're receiving flowers from the Mekong Delta. People are buying them for all different occasions. So we're just gonna drive through it on the motorbike, which I'm super excited about. As you can imagine, it smells so nice in here. What an unbelievable afternoon. That tour was so incredible and just the most ideal way to get an introduction to the city. I cannot believe that I got a private motorbike tour of Ho Chi Minh City for 21 USD. Now, this is a group tour. I just got kind of lucky that no one else signed up, but it was so incredible, so affordable. It was 4 hours long. I learned so very much. Honestly, the main highlight for me was my driver, Daniel. He was so well informed, so kind. His English was incredible, which of course, it's on me that I don't speak Vietnamese, but I really appreciated it. I got to learn so much about the history of Ho Chi Minh City and Vietnam on the whole. Before I call it a day, there's one more thing I have to check out, which is Walking Street. Walking Street is kind of the going out party street here, similar to Khao San Road in Bangkok or Pub Street in Siem Reap. I think it's gonna be something that we just have to experience together, so let's go. So the sign may say Walking Street, but as always, there are also motorbikes. I'm so glad that I got to experience Walking Street. I actually really liked it. I mean, of course there are the crazy clubs and the loud music stops, but it actually has quiet sections where you can sit with a beer. I mean, when I say quiet, relatively, but I don't know. And the place where I stopped for a beer, the beer was $1. So even though it may be party street, it's definitely very, very affordable. I definitely recommend finding a quieter corner if that's what you're looking for. The rooftop bar I went to, which was definitely on the higher end, fancier side, had $6 cocktails. So as far as splurges go, definitely very, very worth it.